Greetings and salutations. This is something new. Charlton66 coming at you with another video. I'm going to try and do a room tour with my phone. I've never done anything with my phone before, so I'm going to try and do some stuff. This might be 1 to 3 parts, I should say. But of course, this is the door coming in. One of the first things you're going to see, if this focuses okay, this is Doc Savage, one of my favorite novels, Land of Always Night. My wife got that for me. It's numbered down here at the bottom. I don't have much light right here, and then you get Alice from the Resident Evil movies. It's signed, numbered print. Well, it's signed anyway. Shadow. You can hardly see it. But Doug Wheatley. Some artwork from Jim Calafiore from Forceworks. You got Bob McLeod. I don't know where this is from. I can't remember, but it had my man Metamorpho on it. So I had to get that. Of course, the last page, the last issue of Black Panther by Jim Calafiore. Black Panther with Night Tiger. White Tiger, excuse me. I've got Night Tiger. I was thinking, I was just texting him, sent him an Instagram message not too long ago. He's on my White Tiger and Black Panther. But that's the last page of the last issue. Coming around, I got a little Tesla, light switch here, H.P. Lovecraft. One of my first comics I ever bought on my own. Could not afford the real cover, so I had got one from Ron Wilson, who redid the cover, which is pretty darn cool. Here you have Necron 99 from the awesome Wizards movie. It's great. I got this for my birthday last year. Such a great statue. When Worlds Collide model. Gene Colan. We've got Blade and Dracula, like a family portrait, but Gene Colan did that for me back in a Comic-Con 1979, 1980. It has to be no later than 81. It has to be around 80, 81. He's working on Night Force at the time, I think. Which Night Force was a great comic. Here's a nice Bronze Age page from Star Hunters. We got Don Newton and Bob Layton, which Bob Layton signed right there. Excuse me. Another page from Jim Calafiore from Forceworks. Awesome page. I think it's Peter Krause. I think, oh man, I can't remember, but it's from Power of Shazam. Excuse me. My Dada-esque clock that a guy, he built stuff. Hans Arp, one of the founders of Dada, or a big contributor to Dada. But it's a clock on roller skates and made from pieces and parts and all sorts of stuff. The Thing, shout out to Gratu Orloff. That's his favorite character. By Joe Sennett. Got this back in 98. Part of my Doc Savage shelf. I don't want to move anything right now. It's cause more of a issue in my H.P. Lovecraft. Part of my H.P. Lovecraft shelf. Right in there. Just books and other things. This is my shelf for my Camus and Sartre shelf. Part of that. Doc Savage statue from Electric Tiki. Doc Savage in the dome for the Fortress of Solitude is written inside of that. Statue from King Kong. And behind that we got more Jim Calafiore art from a Deadpool comic book. One of the reasons I like this was that he has one of the spider aliens. If I can bring it in. Where are they at? Right there. From his Valiant years. He threw that into the Deadpool, and I thought that was kind of cool. Here's a nice old Shadow ink blotter, advertising Blue Coal, which was one of the sponsors for the Shadow. And here's a nice Tommy Lee Edwards ink wash of Iron Man, and I love the machine gun on his arm. That is pretty cool. One of the limited edition plates. This is signed by Brian Stillfreeze, who did the artwork on that. My favorite Metal Man, Mercury by Jim Calafiore. Here's an awesome Ghost Rider that Dick Ayers did for me back in '99. More Jim Calafiore from his Valiant years on Solar the Destroyer. Might be on Psylord. This was a crossover, so I think this was Solar. Jim Calafiore, my favorite DC villain. Among him, Vandal Savage and Per Decaton. Darkseid's my top guy. A nice one by Calafiore he did for me. Here's a splash page, double spread splash page from a Deadpool series that never came to fruition. But look at all the characters that are involved with that. Just an awesome commission. Doc Savage, Jim Calafiore. As you can tell, I'm a big Jim Calafiore fan. Here's a piece that's near and dear to my heart. My first art from when I first met Bob Layton. Iron Man 148 was on the stands at the time. And I met Bob Layton at a small local con here in town. And he did this for me. And it was a great time meeting him, talking to him. As a kid, you throw out all the questions: who's tougher, who's stronger, can this character beat this character, blah. The typical things that a younger adolescent kid comic book fan would ask. He answered them all patiently and acted like it's the first time he heard those questions and answered us and talked to us. Great time. But again, it's one of my prized pieces. Had it ever since, obviously. Aquaman, Jim Calafiore. Got my man Martian Manhunter in this. More Aquaman from Jim Calafiore. This is Frank. He's pretty cool. He's been with me for a number of years. He's wrapped up in chains, but he kind of digs it. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt by Joe Chen. She did this commission for a donation to Hero Initiative. So actually that's who I had. I'm trying to get all the Charlton characters done by different comic artists. And right here is a page from one of the very, very first comic books I remember ever looking at was Smokey from Dell or Gold Key. I can't remember which one. I have a copy of the comic. But it's actually a score original page of artwork from that comic. Not a very exciting, but I think it's Jack Sparling, I think, but it's not very exciting. But to have a page from one of the first comic books you ever remember looking at. It was at a barbershop with my grandfather in downtown Indianapolis. Remember the comic book called Smokey. Ghost. My brother got that for me for a birthday. my so-called stereo system right now. I know no one likes Crosley, but it suits for me. It sounds good to me, so it's all that matters. Some of my records and my record, or keep some of my higher end records in that. But some of my records are here. I don't have all of them here. Some of my CDs. These are the Wonder cabinets from the Paramount record collection. There's cabinet 1 and there's cabinet 2. I'm going to do a video on that one day to see how this, if the phone works out, the video on the phone works out, I'm going to shoot a video all about the Wonder cabinets from Paramount Records. But here they all are right there. Um, Doc Savage from the Bantam. They sent it out to the people who read the Doc Savage Bantam books. They sent out this poster as a giveaway. I finally got a copy of it. When was it? 1967. Yeah. Condé Nast Publications. My brother got this for me. The Tesla coil. The well, not a Tesla coil, but the electric magnetic motor, patented in 1888 by Tesla. The true Tesla. That's cool to have. He's one of my heroes. Just some comic book stuff over here. Nothing exciting. Oh, it's all exciting, but nothing like original or stands out. But I got some. This is really cool. John Gallagher did an Iron Man for me. Some nice old picture of a drive-in. Rawhide Kid by Dick Ayers. Paul Ryan and Linda Ryan. Paul Ryan, he's passed away, but did this nice Avengers piece for me. His wife colored it. Alex Ross, Justice League, of course, my beloved Metal Man, right there. Autographed picture of Big Dave Batista. Just statues. Dick Tracy, the Rocketeer with the GB right there. This light's not doing it justice up here, but the Rocketeer, the bronze statue Rocketeer. We got Space Ghost going on. We got some Phantom action. Bowen bust. I think this is the Bowen bust is the Phantom there, but I think this is Electric Tiki as well. My friend Steve Conley, who does Astounding Space Thrills, and I can't think of more. He does web comics, but he's reproducing out coming shortly. I backed him on Kickstarter to produce all the backstories for Argus C. Smith and Astounding Space Thrills. Bookshelf full of stuff. I'm going to keep this around 15 minutes. Then I'll do a part 2. This is a lovely volume to have. The Bob Layton Invincible Iron Man. There was several volumes you can get. Signed and numbered is one, which I got, and the one got a sketch in it. I did not know what sketch you would get, but I didn't get that one. I wish I did, but I didn't. It was like $100 more than the one signed and numbered. But it's great to have. Big Iron Man fan. You'll see in a minute my Iron Man statues and stuff. Big Dave Batista right there. Some of my bound volumes that I have. More bound volumes here at the bottom shelf. My man Gene Autry. Okay, we're closing on 15 minutes. I'm going to make this part 1. These are comic books that I'm behind on reading. I built this. I should have made the bones so white, but they're bleached. That's what I said to myself. All right, about 15 minutes is about half of the room, so to speak. One more shot of my man Gene and more comics. All right. You guys take care. Thanks for watching this. Hope it's not too choppy. My reclining chair. Hope it's not too choppy, and I hope you enjoyed the little bit of the tour. And I'll do a part 2 here shortly. Talk to you guys later, and you guys stay well and hang in there.